No? Okay, that's fine too. Matching windows? No, I am not that fortunate. I'm sad to say. I'm not that lucky. If only, if only. Don't want to capture that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, where do I even start today? Well, I'll use this background today. So, well, I would love to say that it worked, but well, yes, I do have the coffee. I do have some, but it needs to cool down a little bit. It's a little too hot right now to drink. So yeah, I'm gonna take a thing a little lemon ice here. Shit's fucking scalding. I burned my mouth already on it once. So tell me. Did I tell you guys about the guy who got fired? This may have been the day before yesterday. Okay. So I'm just gonna start with the entire thing of the past couple days. So, to kick things off, after I left work on Wednesday, there was a guy who was terminated, canned, fired, whatever term you want to use for it. So, usually, and he had a hostel party. This is important. So, because usually, if we have someone who leaves hostily, has issues, or whatever, they're like, hey, yeah, here's this picture of the guy, here's his name. If he shows up, blah, 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 hit us up on this radio, and so on and so forth. Not to my knowledge. That was an interviewee that was trying to get in there, which was even more funny. So, I did not even know about this. This is important because this guy showed up yesterday. So, we have a new guy on third shift. He's new. So he was shown the guy's badge, name, or whatever, but he wasn't given the like a copy that we could have for passed down reasons. Which is what I found out yesterday. So my boss comes in and you know, he tells her about that, oh yeah, this guy was fired. I know this about him. And then let me put that a little too high. So, and she's like, well, okay, I'll go talk with the HR people. And they were like, okay, we're gonna go find out who this person was. We're gonna go get you this information. We're gonna get this picture of this guy, and everything will be nice and shiny. Everything was not. So I come in yesterday with little knowledge of the guy that was fired, as I had overheard and whatnot the other day. So I get in, and then there is nothing. I have no names, no photos, no department, jack fucking shit. And of course, HQ, they were not able to get his badge, and their head office likes to drag their feet on deactivating people's fucking access when they're fired or whatever. This motherfucker shows up last night. And cause no one fucking told me. So we got into a whole nother discussion. And it's like, I don't know what to fucking tell you. You guys literally gave us nothing to pass down between the shifts. You'd be like, oh yeah, this guy's, he shows up or whatever, blah blah blah. Thankfully, though, not my fault, not my write-up. I'm not signing it because it's not my fault that they fucked up on their own side. Like, yeah, his name, like, it's like, oh, it's fucking correct. Oh my god, there's like 4 people here that work, or go by this name. How the fuck am I not supposed to know which one it is if I don't have any pictures? Especially when their badge still works. It's goddamn bullshit. There was a whole, like, 40-minute discussion over why no one was given anything about this. When it's standard protocol that any, like, hostile guy that gets canned and terminated, we get their information. Pictures, names, eye color, all the pretty details. I'm sorry, it's Twitch's fault, not mine. Hey, Gwen and Rafe. So, which was the start of my night, by the way. So then, we get into, which then turns into my nephew takes me to work and back, would end up running late. So eventually, I get home, I get comfortable, I get situated, I unhook. We get into the PC stuff. Which I kid you not, I went through like the 5-7 stages of grief. So I get some DDR4 RAM. Oh yeah, my PC took me on an adventure last night that I had to call a very good a person I consider a very good friend of mine to help me because I was having a whole dang fucking meltdown over this. So I discharged stack, I unhooked my computer, I turned the power off, I opened the case, got the RAM out, had a little difficulty getting the RAM socketed and figuring out exactly how much force I needed, which I did realize that if I was not initially using enough force to snap it into place. So get all the RAM in, rehook everything up, give it a little bit. I hit the power button. The lights are on, but nobody's home. like all the inner lights were on, but like there was no power. There was nothing going to the monitor. There was nothing going to my little power button was still off. There was just no. So it's like, okay, I don't think this is right. So I turn it off. I unhook everything all over again, and then I decide to take one of the RAM sticks out, which then it comes on better, but still does not fully, but still doesn't like boot. So at this point, I'm like, okay, what the hell? Which eventually it's okay. We came to a realization that either there is a slight difference between the RAM I have here and then the RAM I have in my computer, or it's my PS2 that's saying I don't want to do this. It's one of the two things. I haven't popped open my PC since because I got so fucking terrified when it did initially like turn on that I thought I broke it. Which, can someone please explain to me why did they mount a fan that is not connected to anything? Because initially what I ended up calling my friend over was that I had a fan that wasn't hooked up to anything and I saw a cable, which my brain assumed, okay, this probably goes to the fan because the fan doesn't run. So, okay. So, which learned to me learning about daisy chaining. So, which I learned about daisy chaining, which was pretty fun. Well, no, I did not wronghold my PC, which I will give credit. I I I was putting in the RAM the right way, which it may or may not help that all these RAM is the exact same brand and company. But I think there might be a slight difference in there might be a slight difference in the CL possibly or the Hertz. I'm not really sure. I'm not PC smart. And I have a feeling, knowing my luck, that Next probably ripped the fucking labels off shit, so I probably have no idea what kind of RAM 6 are in the system right now. Well, if I completely wronghold my PC, it wouldn't be turning on now, would it? Which then you would have a larger bitch fit. So, I don't know why it won't, like, fully turn on with all 4 slots. I don't know why it completely lights up with 3 slots. I don't know. Um, that is in the plans, but I was I was too panicky, freaked out from that initial my PC's not properly turning on that I was too terrified to touch the damn thing for the rest of the night once it was running again. So I probably will at some point. Honestly, I think if there is a slot that might be screwed up, it might be the whatever slot is as closest to the CPU, because once that one was removed, um the entire like PC part booted up, but I don't know. I'm not smart. It'll get figured out. it's the thing is like initially I was just trying to get like a little bit more RAM so I could I could play Space Marine easier and I could do some other stuff. But the thing is I also have to consider this PC's old, so it may or may not be too thrilled to be drawing more things. But I mean, at least there was no risk of me putting him in the wrong sockets. At least there was no way I could mess up A1 B1 and A2 B2 because there are sticks that were already inside. But you see, and you guys can laugh at me that have like swapped out PC parts. Y'all can laugh at me, but I wear this as a badge of honor. When I turned on my because after I removed the RAM and my PC like turned on, monitored, powered on, everything was functioning, everything was turning on, and I was like, hey, hit F1 for setup. Hey, hit F2 for saved settings. That fucking screen scared the shit out of me. Because I had no idea what the fuck it was. And I didn't know that it would throw that if I in any capacity changed anything. A BIOS update for the motherboard might help. Probably, but I'm gonna be honest, I would be terrified to touch anything in BIOS. Like that would terrify me. Cause I wouldn't even know where to start. Like I know to even make my PC this PC even remotely have a chance of being upgraded to Windows 11. I have to go into BIOS. I have to enable something, and then I might be able to upgrade to 11. But even then, I really, really, really don't want to upgrade to 11 though. So it's been a bit of a trip. But I can also say with full confidence that I finally started the part collecting for the new build. So hoping I'm gonna be able to build that thing by mid-August. Fingers crossed. Which honestly I am terrified to build the PC, but we're just gonna rip the bandage off and we're gonna go for it. Like I can't imagine how this is gonna go because the RAM scared the crap out of me. I can't imagine like yeah they were alternative slots. But yeah, it's been a bit of a trip. I think the thing you think is that if if these two work though, depending on if in comparison to what I currently have in my system, I might just leave the newer sticks in, or at least might try them in the other slots. Well, yeah, but I kind of figured that that would have been done already by the guys who built the PC with when they initially slotted the RAM. Because I was just putting it in the other two slots. Or do you mean like it might have been had to be left then, right? For like B2 A2 instead of A2 B2 or something like that. I'm pretty sure I might have to find the manual. I know I have it somewhere, but yeah. So I did do yeah, like I don't know if they're labeled like 1 1 2 1 2 from the CPU or if it's 1 2 1 2 going the other way. I don't know. But yes, it was I was slotting whichever two slots were not used. Yeah, because the initial slots were like 1 and 3. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's what I did, yeah. That is the install order I did do for the RAM. You know, I really, really appreciate you guys because I am not smart with this stuff. This is gonna be a trip. They're usually listed on the board themselves? Mm, I didn't see it. But then again, like, there are parts of my board that I can't really read very well. That might just be because how old it is. But yeah, the plan is when I have some more confidence to rip open my PC again, I'm gonna pop the old sticks out and I'm gonna try with the new sticks, see if it works, and if it does, I'm gonna have a starting point. And I'm hoping that the original sticks still. So, is there like a time frame I should like wait when it comes to before like trying to turn the PC on after installing RAM with it being a new part? Like I'm just hoping that it might just be a case where it's a really slight incompatibility. At least that's my hope. Okay, so you're so okay. So if so okay. So if I swap 1 and 3 with the new with for the new sticks and it doesn't turn on. And yes, my PC can't expand to 32. Can expand up that high. Who I'm trying to get that or incompatible. Well, it's just it confuses me because usually, like my mobile like I know how to read like the debug lights and stuff, and what is it like? It's like I know like the debug lights for like boot RAM blah 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 and which unfortunately I couldn't tell at the time when I had all the RAM slots in which light was on. Mm-hmm. That's me being silly. Being a prick. You're fine, Minnow. You're fine. I appreciate that. I appreciate the gallery. It's great. It's weird because we were we were look trying to. I think we spent like I don't know. I think it was like a half hour, 40 minutes last night, just trying to figure out why this thing would not want to work. Expo file. See, I wouldn't even know where I would even start in BIOS for anything like that. So I would probably need like one of y'all while like I'm on my laptop to walk me through messing with BIOS on this computer. But at the same time, I'm kind of like in the hand. I'm not really sure it would even be worth going into BIOS when I'm getting the new PC in like a month and a half if everything goes well. I am happy to say my graphics card will be here on Tuesday for the new build. I got the most pain. I got the most pain in the butt part. Yeah, I wouldn't know anything about how to do that, Roach. Oh, this is a 11 Italian Ice I'm watching on right now. I was suggested a. Hold on. Let me just bah. But my friend AZ has helped me with helped with parts and suggestions because, as you guys may have noticed, I don't know shit. So I got a XFX Quick 319 Radeon RTX 77. It's a bit of a big boy. I can just leave. 7700. I'm trying to pull it up on the screen, but the software is being difficult. You know what? I know which screen will read this. Hardball. I can play hardball too. I got this thing. I can just move my big head out the way. No, wait. Wrong thing. I got this one. Yeah, the goal was when my friend was AZ was helping with the parts was to build it in a way that I won't need to change parts for at least a few years. So we're kind of building a tank. Plenty of GPU. Plenty. The only like on one hand I'm very bleh because I'm going to I'm gonna have to buy a new case and everything because this thing will not fit. But my the current PSU or the new PSU because I'm changing everything just because of how old my PSU is. You don't want me touching that. The new PSU is 1,000. I'm looking at getting a Corsair 1,000 watt platinum. Admittedly, it's probably overkill, but I'd rather have enough power that I can draw on than not enough. Yeah, it is, but modular. Is that like a style? Or is that like a company? I mean, I could show you guys what the all the parts that are in the plans for. Because I know, like in Discord, I showed you guys like the motherboard and stuff I was looking at. Oh, it melted. Yeah, modular. You can have modular, can all cables, semi, some cables, and no cables. Huh. Interesting. I didn't know that. I am learning so much today about PCs. I mean, that means usually all the cables. Well, what do you think would be easier for, say, someone like me who has, like, hiring a professional? Well, good thing it's not your PC then. Okay. See, I really don't know much about these things, so I was given parts and told to have zip ties to for. I don't have the fucking PSU on this list. Whoops. So, do you guys want to see the entire list? You do? Alright. Let me just put this in a way you're not gonna see my name. Granted, I really don't care if you guys do. I really don't give a shit at the end of the day. It was only my first name, but. Get my list, please. Okay. So, not count the GPU's not on this list because I could not get it from Micro Center. So, just zoom in a little bit. Move my butt out of the way. So we got my case, which the case is kind of a maybe right now because my sister's ex-husband is looking to see if he has a case I can use that could fit everything. So the case isn't definite. Um, we have the 450, the 850F motherboard, which I believe we spoke about in Discord the other day, which I'm really, really excited. I am way too giddy over this. Um, of course, we have our RAM. So going for 64 gigs in the new system to start. So that's probably going to feel a bit life changing, considering my poor PC runs on. We had, which I am partial to Corsair's Vengeances. I like them a lot. Um, got a just a little bit of a bump from 16 up to 64. Just a smidge, just a little smidgen of a bump. Uh, then we're getting a Ryzen 9 7900. I was told. Then I get my first experience with liquid cooling. The water cooler is the heatsink for the PSU for the CPU. Hell yeah! So Thundersphere, we are looking at the monster I am building about roughly next month. Yeah. I get my GPU on Tuesday, so I'm super excited. And also really happy because that was the most expensive freaking piece in this entire build. So, you got Nautilus. So, that's like, if the plan is if my if I'm gonna name drop him because I don't want to try and find a way other than saying my sister's ex-husband. Her ex-husband Steven is supposed to let me know in a few days if he has a case that can support all the goods, or if I'm going to. Because if I thing is, if I need to buy a case, I'm probably going to buy. I'm going to go with the H9. So the thing is like I'm not like I'm not I'm gonna be annoyed because I know like he has a lot of like cases laying around because he works on computers and whatnot. So if he doesn't have a case, it's like kind of whatever. But it's like if I don't have to spend the extra 150 bucks, that's a bonus, you know. And I'm and it's like I know that I can't reuse my case because it won't fit all the parts, unfortunately. So, and to be honest, I kind of want to switch it out. So, what else do we have? Nautilus. We got storage. Lots of storage. Also buy fans for the rest of the case. I do have a couple fans laying around. I'm not sure how many I'm like going to need. Can I daisy chain them? Or no? What if I just take out that bottom part? Yeah, theoretically, I could take out the part on the bottom of my PC and then I could probably use this one, but it's too much work. Depends on the fan. That's fair. Like, I'll like I can look into that, but like I'm not too worried about like the extra fans for the moment. I'm more just worried about the initial build, functionality, and then we can add, the fans for like the intake, exhaust, or blah 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 blah. You'll know what I mean. Which, you know what I mean? I'm probably gonna be an idiot. I'm gonna probably install some fans backwards, not facing the direction I'm going to need them to face. Calling it now. But yeah, I got some couple terabyte SSDs, NVMe's, some SATAs. What else do we got here? I think the last thing on the list might be the power supply, I think. Here. Hey, welcome in, GB. Hope you're doing well today. But yeah, this is the list for the new PC. Why did you not put the freaking power supply on the freaking list? You stupid piece of crap. Damn you, Micro Center! But yeah, I'm like really, really super excited though. Granted, I'm probably going to have to. Well, I might end up building downstairs though. Says that it's cooler downstairs and I have more space. Because I also got my downstairs table just has a lot more space for stuff. So like the main thing I know from like PC building aside from is from like the different parts taking more force than you probably realize to put them in. Like I learned with my RAM sticks. But I also learned that was told I should say that I should build everything that I can on the motherboard before I actually put it into the case. Now, I don't know how true that is. I don't know if that's just to make installation for everything and for make installation easier. I don't know. Okay, so I'm gonna assume like when like you start putting the power supply in and everything else, that space starts getting tight. I take it. It'd be such a fun adventure. like like I am genuinely terrified to build this thing, but I am also like super freaking excited. Honestly, I think the main parts that honestly scare me the most out of everything in the PC, I want to say, is the CPU and the GPU. Mostly because graphics cards are kind of expensive, so I'm kind of like nervous of breaking it, even though like I know that I don't need to be exactly fragile with them to get them socketed in. But it's still like I am scared of breaking this thing. CPU, RAM, NVMe, power cables to the mobile. Hearing about reading RAM just keeps reminding me of the really hard time I had last night trying to socket the RAM right next to the CPU where I have that giant like heat sink and stuff on it. The CPU will be fun. There are lots of small pins. Don't tell me that. I'm gonna be scared. Must be scared I'm gonna bend a pin. Don't tell me that. Yeah, the CPU and the GPU are my main scare factors, but I think though, despite like how like nervous I'm about building it, I think it'll be I think it'll be fun. I think it'll be a good experience. And I'll have an easier time whenever I decide I want to start upgrading parts later down the line. I'll have a better idea what the fuck I'm doing. And hopefully won't have to have fucking easy on speed dial if something breaks. Just don't be a gorilla. Yes, yeah. I am just going to chuck the GPU across the room in anger. Yes. Well, I was thinking I might I might stream the building from my laptop. I haven't fully committed to that yet. It's gonna depend on space downstairs. But it should be fun. I'm going to lay the motherboard flat, line it up, and gently set the CPU in the slot. You say this, but for some reason I don't believe that that's that simple. I mean, it could. It could be. But I don't think it is. And it probably is that simple. My brain's just like, no, it can't be this. It can't be that simple. That's not possible. Although I'm not entirely like, what is it? I don't know. Like, I'll have to find somewhere I can. I'll have to go put my other PC in storage at some point when I'm done. Either that or I might just disassemble it and let my nephew's girlfriend take some parts out of it. Those ones aren't barren. Instead, you're placing a brick on a bed of small pins. I damaged the pins once in a computer, and it was because I dropped the CPU. Okay, I feel better about that. That makes me feel better. Because I'd like to think if I would not drop the CPU. Oh, I don't think I have any. I want to get like a small screwdriver. Although I do think that what is it? I am thinking though that I might not like get all the storage that I'm looking at off the bat because that is a lot of storage. So I think I might just start off with like the SSD and the hard drive, and then and then get the second SSD and the SATA later. Considering I currently have an external SSD, so I might lay off one of the SSDs till later. I think. I'll just save me a few bucks over time. Because I really don't need a 610. Because I really don't need like 12 terabytes off the bat. Admittedly, it's a lot of storage, but I feel like it'd be very good to have, though. Because I know I have like I have a terabyte, and then I have a terabyte, but it's not actually a terabyte because hard drives never give you the exact storage they say they are, so it's always less, which is kind of annoying. Not gonna lie, but honestly, that's actually a really big pet peeve of mine, though, is that I can't. Is yeah, the decimal terabyte. Yeah, I believe it was Lilith the other day because when I was putting on the portable SSD, I was like, oh, I only have like 930 gigabytes on this, and led into the whole discussion about how they work. That's not a binary terabyte. But still, even like factoring that in, I don't think I'm gonna need all 12 terabytes of storage. It'll probably be closer to like 10, counting the space I don't get access to. Which honestly is fine. Because I'm functioning pretty well with just my 2 terabytes right now. Well, I say that, but I know when since I'm trying to get back into doing recordings for YouTube and stuff again, I know that storage is gonna start getting eaten up real quick. And there's gonna be no stopping it. But sometimes I forget how large even like the shorter videos can be when you start like putting them in, adjusting the sound, removing soundtracks, editing in things. It starts to yeah. Which I think once and I think once that the we get the new PC squared away, I think will be time to like I keep saying I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna get one, I'm gonna get one. But I think once the new PC's done, upgraded, works, all that stuff, it might actually finally be time to get the second monitor that I keep saying I'll get. But then I never get because everything else, because a bunch of other stuff always comes up when I'm about to do it. But now I am curious. Team RGB or not Team RGB? I'm just curious about people's opinions. But like I know for me, I'm pretty like indifferent when it comes to RGB lighting. Like I think it's like really pretty to look at, but I don't I don't see it as one of those like I need to have this. I need this thing. I need this thing. And I really saw it on that department. Although, admittedly, it can make it easier to see the guts of your computer when it's on, but I don't know. Yeah, like sometimes like they even like a lot of times they like tack on like 20, $30 just for the RGB, and it's like, I don't want it that badly. I'll buy the regular version if I can. Like I know for a lot of things that are used in PCs, like I beef with tempered glass. That is one thing I will always have a beef with is tempered fucking glass for cases. Because I cannot tell you the amount of times I had to replace this damn side panel on my PC because something happened, there'd be a temperature change, or got a tiny little micro crack in it, and the entire thing just decides to fucking shatter. That shit is a bitch to clean up. And I'm pretty sure I'm still pretty sure I still have like breaks like every 2 years. Like I think it's great that you can you can use it, you can see into your PC, it looks pretty, and all this other stuff. But at the same time, I hate it because when it shatters, it's a mess, and I don't like having to deal with that. Tempered glass is freaking evil, and I will stand by that. But man, it's a nice look inside the PC. Or maybe you don't want to look inside because it's a giant fucking dust bunny. Totally not looking at my PC when I said that. My PC is a giant freaking dust bunny. Which part of it is the case of just because I'm scared to take certain parts off to get the dust off. Like the giant radiator on my CPU. Which, I don't want to think about that. Probably strangling my PC as we speak. Probably be like, I need air. I can't get this hot air out. Free me. This is hell. I can just hear it now. My PC's screaming. But yeah, so tonight's operation is going to be reslot the goods, see if it works, see if the new sticks work, and then if they don't work, I'll get them refunded, and I'll just put the money towards the either the DDR5s or I'll just put them towards the fucking motherboard. So, with that said, so this Monday we are having a community movie night where we'll be watching Life of Brian. I've decided that I'm going to save Tropic Thunder for another time. And then Tuesday, I'm not sure we're doing in the early first half. Not sure. But later half, Tuesday, 7 p.m., we're gonna go back into Halo. And if everything goes well, we should be finishing the first Halo. If everything, I'm sorry. No, actually, no. I'm not sorry for being stupid excited. I'm not gonna apologize for that. And then I'm not really sure what we're gonna be doing after Halo 1. I don't know if we're gonna go dive into Halo 2 or if we're gonna go into doing other stuff. I don't really know yet. I'm not really sure in total honesty. Cause I still want to beat Halo 2. I want to beat Halo 3. I want to beat Halo 4. And then I'm not really sure where we're going to go from there. I'm not really sure. Just like I really want to be able to get we'll probably either use Discord or we're going to use the in-game communication. We'll see which one's easier for everybody. We'll see which one's easiest, and we'll go from there. Because I also know, like, not everybody has Discord, not everybody wants to join Discord, because then everyone doesn't want to get the pings. So we'll go with whichever one's easiest for everybody at the time. Yeah, it needs a little communication. I'm not gonna deny that. And some of us just like to just bucket we ball. So yeah, but I'm not really sure if we're gonna immediately go back and doing like Halo 2 and so forth, or if we are going to go back into working on getting the Borderlands done. Because I still really want to get Borderlands. At least I want to get through 2 of the games at least before Borderlands 4 comes out. At least that is my goal. I want to get through. I want to finish Halo CE. Want to get through the Borderlands. Although with how scheduling is, I might do Borderlands 2 solo. I might. I still want to try. I still want to get through, like, even though I really, really, really want to give Borderlands 3 another shot. I really, really do. But it's gonna be difficult because how do I put it? I don't really, like I said before, I have a really, like, hard time getting into any of the characters' playstyles. You know, like, I know the story was mid. I heard about stuff about with Maya and Ava. I hate it. I hate it. I didn't like it. I don't like it. I don't want to see it. I hate bad writing. Missed opportunity for major character development. But with that said, I've heard good things about the DLC, and I still want to experience the DLC and stuff like that. So, I don't know. Also, I will be around. Also, we will. I'm gonna need some advance notice on this now, but I'm gonna tell you guys again later. The last week of July, there will be streams Monday through Thursday. All 4 days. Back to back. Because I got some time off. Even though they're probably gonna bitch about it that I'm using it, but you know what? My corporate overlords can screw it! Then I will use my PTO before I lose it. Before I lose that shit. My corporate overlords can go screw themselves. Granted, no idea what we're gonna do, but yeah, I'll be live most of the end of July. We might do some special stuff. No, my PTO does not roll over, unfortunately. And they do not pay it out. So I have to use it or I lose it. So, because here's the thing is, the first year I worked for this company, I didn't get my PTO or whatever, which was like, you know what, fine. Then the second year, I got my, they didn't tell me about the PTO, and I did not have it. I did not use it because no one told me I had access to my 240 hours PTO or whatever. So, then comes in my boss. My new boss. The boss I have a mixed feelings about. Very old-fashioned, strict old lady. I respect her, though. And she was just like, no, no, no. We are fixing you're using your PTO. I don't care. You didn't use it the past couple years. Just you're using it. I don't care. So, and now I know that she's gonna have a whole they're gonna either the corporate office or she is. It's gonna be one of the two. I'm not sure which one it's gonna be. They're gonna have a whole fit because I'm like, okay, I need to use this time off by like the 10th of August or some shit. And it's like, okay, I will just turn my weekend into a 4-day weekend, and you can go screw yourselves. So help me. Well, honestly, it's kind of annoying because I know with how long she's been with the company and stuff, I know she has a lot more PTO than I do and stuff. But with that said, like, he picks the worst times to go to do stuff, and then it just makes it everybody's problem. Like, when I complain, like, it's like whenever I have to go drag my ass into work at fucking 6 o'clock in the fucking morning on a fucking Friday, it's because of her. Because, oh, well, I can't read this other guy's handwriting. Blah, 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 blah. I don't care. We have digital copies for a reason. Which reminds me, I have to do that next week. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all about this. It's just, I don't get it. Hey, welcome on in, Nina Luck. I hope you're doing well today. It's just, I don't understand it. You have me, which is Wednesday, Sunday, 4 to 0. So I do not understand why they can't just take the guy who works Monday, Tuesday, and Saturday, Sunday, And when he does Saturday, Sundays on mornings, I may add, why she can't just, I don't know, have him do the morning shift? Rather than me only getting 5 hours of sleep at best? At least I think that'd be the smart thing. Even though they fucked up my paycheck last week. Can't wait to hear their excuse for that one. Actually, I wonder if they gave me their excuse yet. Let's find out. Because for some reason last week they I don't know what this is, but they put a post-tax deduction or whatever the heck on my pay stub from last week. And I am still very, very confused on what the hell that is. I've been patiently waiting for them to tell me. They still haven't answered it yet. Damn. I was sent on a Thursday, too. One day. Well, they don't want to pay me. Well, they can go fuck themselves. Preferably with the cactus. Oh, well. So I can't wait to hear their excuse for there suddenly being a $25 post-tax deduction. I can't wait for their excuse. Because if they fuck up this coming paycheck, we gonna fight. That's holiday pay. And I don't play on holiday pay. Actually, I don't play at all because of my paycheck. Money is probably actually one of the things I will. It was like, oh, well, you should be getting this much a week, blah, blah, blah. Didn't, and it's like, yeah, okay. And it's like, well, the week I had, the week I had my wisdoms and everything, I was like, yeah, that's gonna be, less, less time. That is gonna be less time work, less time paid. Makes sense. But it's like I am literally a 40 hours a week consistently. I think I know what I'm talking about when I'm telling you my pay my What do I know? I don't know shit. And I'm just hoping that what is it? Because I mean, what is it? I think what the bastards this year could be better giving me a raise this year anyway. So like, at least give me 25 cents like last year. Come on. Now. I mean, like, does any corporation really want to pay their workers? I mean, like, let's be real. They're all greedy bastards. They don't want to pay it. They don't want to. Why would they? They don't get these things. And it's like, oh, you should have this. And it's like, no, you should get this. No. Will we offer this? No. Like, I'm like, I'm genuinely hoping that, it was some sort of error. Or, maybe like, I was thinking, I've been trying to like reason it in my head. Like, it's like maybe it's the fee for my like guard license renewal. Maybe it's the this thing, and it's like, well, you know, if they were gonna take that out of the paycheck, they may as well have told you at the time that like, oh yeah, we're gonna be taking this out of your thing when we do this. And then I'm like, wait a minute, but that was a few weeks ago. Why is this only now? It doesn't make sense. Maybe I'm too understanding. Maybe I'm too nice. It's like, technically, it wasn't like a lot. It was something like, I want to say like $25. But like $25 is like $25. And it's like, if you're selling me taking money out of my paycheck consistently, I want to know what the hell you're taking it for. Because $25 a week is at least $100 a month, or maybe $125 if it has 5 paychecks. That shit adds up real quick. Like, $25 is probably like, I want to say for like half the year is like half my power bill. Because I don't use a lot of power when I'm not home. Yeah, like, even if it's a one-time thing, like, exactly, it's the principle. Like, if you're eating $25 on my paycheck, I want to know the exact reason why. And don't tell me, oh, it's just a post-tax deduction. I want to know what the fuck you're taking it for. It's not, it's like, I don't have kids, so it can't be anything. I don't have any, like, long-standing fees I'm not paying off. So it can't be any, like, type of wage garnishment. So it's like, I want to know what this post-deduction is on my paycheck. Or so help me, I will adjust my withholding if you're going to be taking extra money out anyway. Because I already do that. I already take additional withholding to cover all the overtime. That's it honestly, it pisses me off even more because it's deduction in fucking the actual pay. It's not fucking gross. It's the net. You're hitting me in my take home pay. I was going to, and like, I'm not even sure if like, but even though like it's like, oh yeah, I already like, it's like, yeah, it's a discrepancy, but like, I'm not even sure, like, because like it's only been like 2 days, and then I'm not even sure if like, I don't know, like, I find revenge, like, I find it a lot of like wasted effort, to be wholly honest with you. It's kind of like how I feel about anger. Like, I find it a lot of wasted energy. Like, sometimes though, like, I want to fight a person. No ad, denied. And sometimes like, I want to fight somebody. I want to throw some punches, but I know I shouldn't. But sometimes it's just, you want to let them have it, and I hate that. Like, I am in the case, like, I am one of those that would rather do like malicious compliance, but I don't like doing revenge. I don't like revenge. So much work. And overall, I'm just too nice of a person. I could never do it. I could never follow through on it fully. I never could. Which, it blows, but that is what it is, though. Which,